Okay, so everybody knows about the style of popping. Now usually when you hear pop and lock, the difference is popping and locking, two totally different styles. Popping, because it's the waving, ticking, and different things like strobing, tutting, things like that. Locking is where popping came from. Locking is more old school, just. Now, eventually we're going to teach you locking, but I want to sit there and show you a brief demonstration of popping first. Now, one of the standard things to do in popping is waving. And your standard wave is just this. On straight out. Now, when you do it, you're going to go fingers, then fist. Then you're going to have your wrist. Your wrist is going to go straight down. Elbow. Now, what your elbow is doing, elbow is going down, out, well, no, out, down, out. I'm sorry. And then you're going to go shoulder. From there, your shoulder is going to go straight directly into your head. Arm's going to straighten out. And then what you're going to do is from there, to your chest. Chest out. And when your chest goes in, your other shoulder comes up. Shoulder. Then elbow, wrist, fist, fingers, and extend out. Now, when you speed that up, like I said, fingers, fist, wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fist, fingers, roll it out. When you speed it up, it's just that. Now, you never want to try to do it too big, because a lot of people that do it big don't do it right. They're all over here. No. You want to sit there, keep it smooth. Make it as smooth as you can. Now, there's many things to do to practice that. And also, the thing is, some people sit there and don't add it the way I do it. They might do it wrist, elbow, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Or they might not even add the chest. They might just here. And no chest. That's a good way to do it too. I just like to wave it all the way through your body. Now, one of the things you can do is use a wall. So now I don't have a wall. I'm going to use DJ right now. So what you do, you just do this with your elbow. So that your elbow gets used to the rotation that it gets when waving. So you just do that. Another thing is to practice it on the wall. Well, I can't do it on a little person. You practice on the wall, and if you do it on the wall, do the same thing with your palms like this, facing the wall. It allows your elbow to pop out. So you get that same feeling. It's a good way to practice it. Just face the wall, put your body against the wall, and just this. I'm not putting my body against you. Alright, so just doing that to practice. Now, another wave is a microwave. Microwave is just this. It's micro because it's mini. So wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist. It looks real small. That's why it's called a microwave. So it's just like I said, wrist, elbow, shoulder, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Okay? Now, you have a trace wave. What a trace wave is just this. Just tracing along the body. And all you're doing the same 5 first steps. Fingers, fist, wrist, elbow, shoulder, and you also go into the chest. Then when your chest comes out, roll until you sit into it. Now, from there, lean forward, leg straight, turn one leg in, roll that knee out, knee back in, sit back into it, chest out, roll back in from shoulder, elbow, wrist, fist, fingers, roll it all the way through. And what you do with this is you add your hand. Now think about your finger like kind of crawling alongside. See here. Now, what you do with your legs is up to you. You can hear. You can sit there and take it into the other leg. It's up to you. Just practice waving it all the way through, because you never let a single part of your body move without the other part moving first. So let it all move in sections. And just let your fingers just trace along with it. That's why it's called a trace wave. Now, you have your body wave or your body roll. I like to call it the body wave. Now, it's 2 ways that I teach this. It's head back, then chest. When your chest comes out, your chin comes into your chest. Then you lay down at your Just kind of sit into it. Then your hips, thrust your hips back, and then you're going to thrust your hips back forward again. So you're back in the sitting position, roll up to your chest, head back, and then forward. So you're here. Okay? Now, you can add your arms with that, it's whatever. Now, another thing that I like to teach you is this. And all you're doing for that is shoulders forward, then back, chest out. Once again, you sit into it. And this time, when you sit into it, your knees are kind of going outwards. Then you roll your knees in, back out, chest out, shoulders. So you're here. Okay? That's all you're doing. Now, those are different ways to do and popping. Now, you can sit there and just wave all throughout the body and just play with it. And also, you got things called like the liquid. Liquid is also used in house dancing, but it came from popping. All you're doing is just this. See? Let me get close to the camera so you can see that. It's just this. Up, down. With your fingers, and then you just trace it. Trace it. Trace it. Trace it. Trace it. I don't know. Alright, just trace it. And you're like this, and you just play with it. Just play with it. And you add it with your weight. Okay? Now, those are just your basics. Now there's advanced techniques when you see us doing stuff like this or this. That comes from practice. But it comes from learning those basic movements first. Learning your basic way, properly learning your basic way. Now, you have the other basic style in popping, which is ticking. Now, all ticking is tighten your muscles and release them. Tighten, release, tighten, release, tighten, release. So you see this? When you see people do this, you know that's what ticking is. Now, advanced part of ticking is stroking. But let me show you what ticking. Let me show you how to get ticking first. Tighten all your muscles, like you're flexing, and release. Tighten, release. Tighten and release. And you want to work it in different sections. Work. Tighten your arm first, then you like tighten your chest, release. Tighten, release. Your legs too. Tighten, release. Tighten, release. And when you do that with your legs, it kind of feels like your knees kind of going back. That's how it's supposed to feel. And what you do, you work on doing it faster. Here, 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 here. Tighten, release. 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 Tighten, and just. And ticking when it's sped up is this. And you add it with your weight. But remember, you want to get that feel of tighten, release, tighten, release. So when you speed it up with your arms, it's just this. So when you see people doing this, that's ticking, okay? Because you're ticking your muscles. Tick, 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 tick. Now, if you sped it up and make it like you're going in slow motion, it's called stroking. When stroking is this. It looks like strobe lights are going off in the club. That's why it's called strobe.